What's going on, guys? Russo Trades here. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Back to the Basics series I have going. So it's very brief, it's very simple, it's very beginner. Just to give you a very brief understanding of certain things that are important and that are simple. But all in all, I always say it over and over. ICT and Dodgy have these videos very in depth on their channel, and I'm just going over it very simplified. Um, I definitely am not really focused on this beginner stuff anymore. It's just second nature to me because it's just what I do every single day, like time and price, SMTs. And then the first video I made was about premium and discount. Like these things are just second nature to me because I already trade, like I already know these things, but I'm just putting this out there so you guys have this information, so you know what I know. Um, this video is going to be about though, if you don't know what you're doing in the market and if you're not well educated and well equipped, then trading is gambling if that's the case. But if you know what you're doing and you're well equipped with enough capital and the proper risk management and the proper strategy and understanding of the market, then trading is no longer gambling. If it doesn't work for you, then you just didn't do the work. I can say too, my friend told me this, Day Day, he's a trader, he's been a trader for like 5 or 6 years. Trading is very personal and individual. Like if someone's following signals from the best trader in the world, let's just say, there's still a chance that they can be unprofitable or lose. Why? Because it all comes down to the individual who's clicking the button, the emotions going on in your head while you're in a trade that's losing or winning, either or. Your emotions are going up, your emotions are going down, and learning how to manage that is very personal. Like, so that's why I always say, like, joining these groups, these alerts, these signals, like, none of that stuff is going to help you. At the end of the day, the only thing that is going to help you is yourself, putting in the work and day in and day out, just doing it over and over. So, I definitely can't stress that enough because you don't want to be coming in these markets, putting in money, and you're just not ready for that. Like, I definitely recommend in the beginning you demo trade. I wish I did that, but I didn't waste a whole lot of money trading because of prop firms and how they're so cheap. Like you can buy a $50,000 account for 40 bucks. Like that's the reason I never really put myself in a bad situation. But I know people have putting in like their rent money to trade and lost it. Like that's not, especially when you don't know what you're doing like that. That just, it's crazy. It doesn't make sense. So make sure you're well educated on this because if it doesn't work for you, then you'll be going around saying it's a scam or it's fake or and that's just not, it's not good for the industry. The industry that's already, people have a negative idea around it. So do the work. Make sure you do your studying, all that stuff. All this stuff I say over and over, but really that's what's important is repetition and consistency. It's like working out. When I first started working out years ago, I could only do, let's just say, 5 push-ups. Eventually, you work your way up to 20 and then 50 and then 100, but that's every day doing the same thing. Let's say you have a calisthenics routine like I do. I do calisthenics 7 days a week. I do push-ups and pull-ups. Normally, I do anywhere from 15 to 20 sets to failure. So every single day I'm doing push-ups and pull-ups. Each set I'm going to failure. Let's just say 20, that's 20 pull-ups and 50 push-ups, and I'm doing 15 sets of those a day, 20 sets of those a day. So it just takes that repetition, that muscle memory. And in the markets, it's the same way that that repetition over and over will definitely take you all the way. This definitely translates to anything you do in life. That's why I repeat myself all the time and sound like a broken record because it really is the simple things and doubling down on what works and discard, like throwing away what doesn't work, and just keeping the vision clear and knowing where you're headed, having a plan to get there. So when something comes up, you know what you got to do to get around that roadblock or speed bump, whatever the case is. And so having a plan is important, being repetitive and persistent and consistent with that plan. And I also will say it took me a while to see real results. Like I'm just now starting to get to the point where I know how to trade. I can make these videos. I'm well educated in the market. I can, pull money out of the market every day. But for a whole year, I was not able to do that. For a whole year, I literally sucked. I was terrible at trading. I didn't know what I was doing. I kept blowing those prop firm accounts. And so 1 year is not bad though. Like if you put in the work, 1 year with this and your whole life has changed, you can make as much money as you want with the click of a button. Like to me, it's a no-brainer because there's people out there who go to college for 4 years, 8 years, and they put themselves in debt. And then they can't even find a job after that half the time, or they're just drowning in debt and these jobs aren't paying enough that they went to college for. So to me, it's a no-brainer. It's like, this is just my college degree. I'm putting in the work and the education and the prop firms and whatever investment or money I had to invest in. It really is just my my education, my degree, if you want us to call it that, for to be set up the rest of my life. So you really just gotta look at the bigger picture. There's a lot of Instagram and YouTube traders and just people in general. Like those are all you see is the highlight reel. Like that's just the surface, but there's so much more than what you see on social media. Like it's literally people's trophy case. Like that's their best moments, but you don't see the hard times they're going through or the sacrifices they had to make or all the things I'm in the process of doing. I'm literally this is what it is, and I'm trying to keep it as real as possible and help you guys out, not make the same mistakes, but it definitely is worth it at the end of the day. So stay consistent, keep putting your reps in, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.